Let's hear it for Apollo Warstar. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're the Warstars, and we'd like to thank you for having us at World Peace and Prayer Day. This first song is called Dangerous Hippie. This next song is called Never Trust the Landscaper. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. My friends, you're a little slow. So we drove and tried to get away. And although we drove, it seems like we drove half a day. And finally got off at a freeway off-ramp. Got stuck at a red light. And he came up to my window and he tried to pick a fight. Said, throw it down, punk, and I was like staring. My friend Jake came up to me and he said, dude, just get out of here. turn green. Pulled away. I always remember that day. That crazy landscaper. Now, wow, we said never touch the landscaper. Alright, that was pretty good. This next one's called Agenda. Do you Thank you. Thanks. This next song's about a friend of mine, except for the part about being a junkie. Every day I'm wondering how We're the Warstars. On drums, I'd like to introduce my drummer, Untitled Warstar. Over here, this is our bass player, Ghost Warstar. And I'm Andy Warstar. And we're from Ashland. And this next song is called Ganja Farm. When I grow up, I'm gonna have me a ganja farm. And then I grow up, I'm gonna have me a ganja farm. Any man who come on my land don't make no harm. Gonna build me a wall, 60-foot high, 40-foot wide. Gonna hire all my friends with AKs on every side. In the great tradition of Republican warmongering creeps, any man who comes on my land will find it pretty neat. Alright. Ganja farm. On my ganja farm. When I grow up, I'm gonna have me a ganja farm. When I grow up, I'm gonna have me a ganja farm. Any man who come on my land don't mean no harm. Take it, Apollo. And that's the end of that song. This next song is called Birthday Boy. It's by a band called Win. Last time I saw you, I was holding your hand, and I couldn't wait for you to leave. I knew right then that it was over and done, and I couldn't wait till I was free. Help me now, I'm coming down, and I don't know if I'll be okay. I'll be around, I'll be in town if you need a place to stay. Yeah, right, birthday boy. When the wind blows and there's a chill in the air, I hope someone is taking care of you. I'm alright, yeah, I'm really okay. Just so you know, I'm always there for you. Help me now, I'm coming down, and I don't know if I'll be okay. I'll be around, I'll be in town if you need a place to stay. Yeah, right. Birthday girl, the birthday boy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. She-Man. She's a black belt in karate, fighting evil robots. They're programmed to destroy us, but she knows that if we're tragic, if those evil robots win, no, she can beat them. Oh, you She-Man, they don't believe me, but you won't let those robots defeat me. Oh, you She-Man, they don't believe me, but you won't let those robots see me. Evil-natured robots, they're programmed to destroy us. She's gotta be strong to fight them, so she's taking lots of vitamins, but she knows that it'd be tragic. Hello, World Peace and Prayer Day. Those evil robots win, we can't let them. I know we can beat them. Oh, you She-Man, they don't believe me, but you won't let those robots defeat me. Oh, you She-Man, they don't believe me, but you won't let those robots defeat me. She-Man, 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 yo, She-Man. Thank you. By the Flaming Lips. Sweats to bed last night, but I didn't have the guts to tell her what was on my mind. Oh boy. Thank you, we're Warstars. Anybody who would like a free CD? There are 3 free CDs, so come on up and get one. Van up.
Well, it's sometime in June. I don't know exactly what the fucking date is, but this is your old pal, Andy Warstar, and with afterthoughts on the World Peace and Prayer Day. I'm sitting here with Apollo Warstar. What's up, Apollo?
Hey everyone out there in TV land.
So, Apollo, what did you think of today's performance?
I thought all in all it was better than my first thoughts of it. At first I was just like, whoa, you know.
No, I don't know. Elaborate.
Well, at first it was just like I started to fuck up, and then I was like, I mean nobody really noticed, but that was the great thing. I mean, but it was a little bit less than what I had anticipated it to be. I thought that there's going to be a few more people, a few more attentive to the stage, you know. Everybody was just milling around doing their own thing. Not very many people were really attentive to what was going on stage. I noticed that a few people picked up on the vibe we were trying to lay down there, but
yeah, very few.
Very
though.
few.
I mean, it was mostly dready hippies, and I mean, such is the folly of outdoor gigs. It's one of the reasons why the Doors were said to have stopped playing outdoor daytime festivals, because they felt more of the magic and the tightness at nighttime gigs.
Yeah, nighttime gigs are definitely.
And I think we've got a lot of that vibe going on. The Warstars have definitely got a lot of that mystical nighttime vibe. But overall, I would have to agree with you on the first impressions. I felt like there were some fuck-ups, mainly due to that fucking stupid-ass piece of shit hippie sound guy who we need to fucking kill.
I don't think that guy was a hippie.
I think we gotta find him and fucking stalk him and kill him.
I don't think hippies.
I mean, I'm all for peace and love, but we have to stalk him and kill him.
Okay.
Alright.
Just seriously, if that guy turns up dead, I'm burning this tape.
Alright. Cool. And then I will kill you and turn your body into the CIA. So, you know, Sid Vicious was quoted as saying, never trust a hippie.
Yeah, never trust a Sid Vicious. It's a fucking junkie.
Alright. No, the wizard is a junkie.
No, Sid Vicious was a fucking heroin addict.
I love the guy. Don't diss my friend.
Hey, I liked him too, okay?
Dude. I was sucking Sid Vicious's dick when I was 2 years old.
No,
right?
you weren't.
Don't give me shit.
No, you weren't.
Don't.
Because Sid Vicious... When were you born? Yeah, Sid Vicious died in 79.
Navajai?
It's February 13th.
Navajai,
February 13th.
Navajai.
Vagina.
Alright. So, well, I'd have to say... Well,
that was weird, though, 'cause Sid Vicious died in February. It's 1979. I was born in February 1985.
Hey, Apollo, that's amazing. Hey, why don't you ask me what I thought of World Peace and Prayer
What did you think of World Peace and Prayer Day?
In Ashland, Oregon
in Ashland, Oregon, 2005.
June
2005.
Well, what I thought of Apollo Warstar...
Tuesday. Navajai.
Let me tell you. I thought that World Peace and Prayer Day was a very good opportunity for us, and I want to play lots more around the Southern Oregon area. But you know, we're gonna go on tour soon, and you know, like, we can't be having stupid fucking piece of shit hippie asshole sound guys fucking with their shit. So we got to make sure that we double check our shit after the fact. And man, I tell you, this is a mental note to myself, to you, and to all the other little musicians out there, and big musicians too. If you have a bad show, go home and take a nap, or go back to the tour bus and fucking just fucking take a nap. Just go to your fucking cubicle or your fucking hole in the wall, your bedroom, wherever, and sleep it off. Because it's one thing to be angry at a sound guy, but it's even worse to be angry and depressed because you think the show went bad. So stave off the depression with a good nap, sleep on it, wake up, maybe listen to the tape like we did today, and really figure, you know, discover whether it's good or bad. I really felt like we discovered that the recording was pretty fucking cool. We actually pretty much saved it from the hands of a burly, nasty hippie sound guy.
Yeah, that guy was really fat.
Good job, Apollo. I'd just like to shake your hand. Oh, wait, high five.
Hey!
All right, knuckle up, and say that I think you're the greatest drummer in the world.
Yeah, well, you know, I am.
Namaste.
Never join.
All right, and I think that concludes our little last minute afterthoughts interview that we're going to put on the CD.
Yeah.
Yes, CD listeners, I hope you've enjoyed this concert, World Peace and Prayer Day, Ashland, Oregon, June
Let me just say
2005.
let me just say one thing after you're done.
Oh, go for it.
Don't you wish we'd put actual songs as secret songs?
I'm Jessica Robinson. Tomorrow is the first day of summer, a day that's long held great spiritual significance. Now, Native American communities across the country want to give it social significance as well by dubbing the summer solstice World Peace and Prayer Day and making it an occasion to examine cultural and societal issues. In Ashland, the group Walk in Peace will hold a meeting to discuss ways the region can protect the environment without hurting the economy. I spoke with the group's director, Steve Traceman, and to Dan Wapipa about the festival and about applying ancient principles of Native American culture to questions now facing communities in Southern Oregon and Northern California.
World Peace and Prayer Day was started in 1997 by Chief Orville Looking Horse of the Lakota Nation when the first white buffalo was born in Janesville, Wisconsin. And I'm going to turn it over to Dan now.
Orville Looking Horse is the 19th generation carrier of the sacred white buffalo calf pipe, the first pipe that was brought to human beings to pray with. He's asking people in their own communities to come together and to host prayer events in their own sacred spots.
Now, let's touch on some of the topics that are going to be at the town meeting. Creating jobs and protecting the environment. Steve, can you tell me what exactly that means?
Well, for example, what are the win-win solutions for present and future generations? It's not jobs or the environment. Solar power, wind power, industrial hemp for fossil fuels. We can create jobs and protect the environment at the same time. And that's a win-win solution.
Also, we're trying to work with a group that's coming off the ground, Native American Leadership Institute, and their purpose is to gather all the Native American contractors and business owners in the valley so we can shop through each other and make ourselves strong and bring ourselves up that way.
Is some of the aspects of Native culture, is there something to be learned from that about how to go about this, creating jobs and protecting the environment in modern times?
Jessica, I would answer that question, being a white person who grew up in Chicago, and then my senior year at Northwestern, I read a book called Rolling Thunder about a Native American Cherokee medicine man and went to live with him for 8 years. And what I learned as far as the environment goes is just a much deeper respect and reverence for nature.
I've grown up traditionally, and I've heard many prophecies from different tribes. Tell you the truth, it seems to be that we're in the time now that we need to gather our communities together. The Lakotas call it the crossroads, the Hopis call it the 12th hour. The earth is 50-50, just like matter and air. We believe a stone has a spirit, and everything that we do should be prayed for. And every plant we pick should have some prayer for it. That way we return the spiritual essence that we're taking the physical part of. In this, we're trying to bring our own society back into a more traditional way of living.
Now, of course, the communities in these areas their economies have for a long time been reliant upon the timber industry. And I'm wondering how you can reconcile that with some of these ideas you have.
It's all about sustainability. What is sustainable? And right now there's only a few trees left, so it's not sustainable for maybe more than 20 years to continue cutting down trees.
On a more traditional standpoint, harvesting wood isn't necessarily bad. It's just how we have lack of respect for our forests by just cutting and clear cutting and cutting and cutting before the growth cycle is appropriate to cut again. We're just digging our own hole here that we're falling deeper into.
Do you think that in some ways members of the local tribes have perhaps a more personal attachment to the natural resources that maybe whites don't?
The woods are our church, and so everything that we are made of comes from the woods or wherever you come from, the desert or the mountains. It's a spirit that needs to be respected, and if we don't respect this spirit, then it's not going to help us out either. So I think local tribes have a deep connection with their own forests, and really they're the ones being hurt the most out of everyone, because a lot of times they don't have the ability to or the lobbying power to stop people cutting around where they shouldn't be cutting.
What are you hoping that someone who attends this meeting and maybe is just going out of curiosity, isn't necessarily part of this effort, what would you like them to get out of it?
Exposure to indigenous culture and exposure to the beauty of the old ways through storytelling, drumming, singing, and dancing. If you go into any museum in Europe, Western art is native art. The baskets, the weavings, the pottery. So this is truly a cultural event because culture comes from a love for the land and a reverence for the land.
What we really also want to be focused on is to gather our resources from our communities in kind of a longhouse type of fashion where we can bring other faiths and service organizations and people who are in business together so we can have a hub of resources that we can gather from.
I have to say that this is the kind of event that I think is more likely to happen in the Ashland area than perhaps in some of the other parts of our region. And I'm wondering, what you would say to someone who thinks that, oh, those are just people from Ashland who don't really understand what's going on here.
Well, you can't please everyone. Everyone's going to walk their own path in this life. And if we can help some people somehow, in some way, then we're willing to put our efforts forth.
I like to use the analogy of Horton Hears a Who by Dr. Seuss, which is a classic, that every voice matters, and we could be one voice away from a shift in consciousness. Some people feel that peace already prevails on earth, that most of us truly are very loving, giving people, and only a few are holding on to the outdated paradigm. Winona LaDuke likes to say the days of the barbarians are over.
Thank you very much, both of you.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you.
I've been speaking with Steve Traceman along with Dan Wapipa of the organization Walk in Peace. They're hosting a World Peace and Prayer Day celebration for the summer solstice tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. at Jackson Wellsprings north of Ashland. Part of the event is a meeting at noon focusing on creating jobs and protecting the environment. For more information, go to www.walkinpeace.org.